Here we go. We are live. We are live. Let me come on in, everyone. I have a very special guest here tonight. I'm super excited.
Me too. It's been long overdue. We supposed to been have
Ye-
had caught up, and we have not. So this is
Yes,
good.
yes. I love it. I love everything you're doing and all of that. We have someone come on in to the journey of success. They are coming in, Miss K. Cole. But we're gonna
Okay,
go ahead
come
and
on
get
in.
started. Hello, everyone. And welcome. Yes, welcome to our brand new StreamYard Live. My name is Yolanda Smith, and I am the Life Coach Navigator. I am committed to helping you navigate the challenges with life and financial complexities of life. I am here to help guide you towards the better version of you. This show is
I
all
love
about sharing
it.
the inspiring stories and success of successful individuals and how they navigate through ups and downs of life to achieve their goals. I definitely believe that everyone can learn something from these success stories. Tonight, you guys, I have a very special guest. She is my sister. She's with us
Yes.
tonight. She is the leading business etiquette and customer service experience consultant. She's the voice of Voiceless for Sexual Assault. She is an author. She is a nonprofit organizer. She's a cosmetic brand owner. She is the tax professional. She is a podcast radio host, and she is a speaker and advocate for women. Yes. So, are you
Yes.
guys ready to embark on the transformative journey with Miss K. Coles? I need a little thing to say.
Woo, look, we can do it.
Welcome,
Woo!
yay! Welcome, welcome, Miss K. Coles. How are you
Thank
tonight?
you. I am good. I am so excited to be here. We have been needing to catch up for a long time now. It seems like
Yes,
forever. But listen, I
yes,
do reach out when I have a question about my insurance.
definitely, definitely, yes. We got each other. Yes, I was telling everybody I cannot wait for you all to meet our guests tonight. And look, they must have been waiting because they loaded up on here. They are they are ready. They are ready. But before we get started, Miss Keisha, tell us a little bit about you and who you are.
Well, listen, Yolanda have really just read all of my business to you guys already. But my name actually is Keisha Robinson, but I go by K Cole. All of the businesses that she just said, I do all of that. Don't do it by myself, but I do all of that. I have actually been a full-time entrepreneur since 2018, and I started with my first business was the Flawed and Beautiful, my cosmetic brand, and from there we have just added more and more things to each business. I'm originally from Mississippi. I am a Mississippi girl at heart. I love my southern roots, and I've been in Georgia for 8 years now. Oh,
Oh
and
wow.
listen, I forgot. I always forget the kids. I am a mother of four, and I have four bonus kids. I have a very big blended family.
I love it. I love it. And her radio show, what is it called? It's called Blended Families or
It's called
Conversation, right?
It's called blended conversations, but everybody think because it's blended conversations that it's just about blended families, and it is not. We talk about relationships, we talk about faith, we talk about business, we do talk about some family aspects, but it is a blended conversation of everything, just about.
Oh wow. I love it. I love it. So definitely we're gonna come over there and blend with you sometimes, right?
Yes. Look, I need you to come on so we can educate the audience about. Look, I'm always talking about, well, not always talking about, but I'm always talking about you being my insurance lady. So it's something, a conversation that definitely needs to be had, because I will never forget the first time we scheduled my appointment, and I was like, I left the conversation like full of knowledge. I'm like, I never thought about this. I didn't know this. So anytime somebody mentions insurance, I'm like, I got somebody. I know somebody. So yes, definitely need to get you on the show.
Oh, definitely, definitely. Look, and you're my tax lady because I could not do it by myself. Thank you for
Look,
keeping me from the law.
Listen, you and your husband are one of my favorite couples. I love helping you guys
Aw.
during the tax season. Look, I know my good brother do not play about the taxes.
I was like, when he finds somebody, you know they good because he don't deal with everybody. That's definitely him. He don't deal with everybody, but he love like, hey, he have his stuff together. He be like, hey, he should need to have this together. And I think this year I was the one kind of lagging, and he was on me. I was like, yes, sir, yes,
He
sir.
had his stuff together this year. It was all you.
Yes, it was all me. Well, Keisha, we have this Facebook group called Journey Through Success, and we definitely interview a lot of individuals that have that success story. We know everyone measures success differently. So, can you kind of define success and what it means to you?
Success for me is being able to live on my own terms.
Mm-hmm.
And in that, for me, walking away from my corporate job, success for me was being able to be there for my kids when they needed me to, and being able to create a comfortable lifestyle for us to be able to live on my own terms. And when it comes to success, as long as I'm on my own terms, I'm good. Long as my bills are paid, my kids are comfortable, we can travel and enjoy. Like I've done the numbers, although I don't talk about the numbers because everybody thinks success is just a dollar amount. And for me,
Mm-hmm.
it is not about the dollar amount. I have seen the highs and the lows, but there's nothing like peace and being able to spend time with my kids. That is success for me.
Oh, I love it. Yes, that time with them kids is because
Yes,
these kids grow up so fast. I'm looking
they
at look,
do.
I post pictures of my kids on Facebook. And I be looking at them too, like them kids are growing. Like,
Hmm.
what is going
Yes.
on? What is going
Yes,
on?
I love it.
Wow.
Being able to show up for their programs. And then even with
Mhm,
me, like with my dad, I know you are aware of my dad being in a nursing
mhm,
home. But when he's, having issues for me to be able to pick up and go, like the flexibility in my schedule, my
mhm,
time, it's like my life don't miss a beat, even if I have to step away.
mhm,
Nothing against people that are still in corporate. I get it. I've done it. But I don't like having to ask permission to take a vacation. I don't like
mhm.
asking permission to take a lunch break. Like when I want to do something, I want to be able to do it and don't have to answer to nobody but me, my husband, and my kids. And that's it.
Exactly. Exactly. And speaking of the
Hmm.
9 to 5, how can you motivate those that have the 9 to 5 but desire to step out on their own so they can achieve more success? Not that they can't achieve success at a
Hmm.
9 to 5, but we all know that when you're out on your own, you have your own time. You can control, what you make, what you do to bring it in. How can
Hmm.
you motivate them that want to step out?
My, I will tell anybody, like for me, I literally told my friends I was getting ready to go to Jamaica, and I kept telling them, when I come back, I'm quitting my job. I'm quitting my job. I'm quitting my job when I come back. I was just speaking it. Did not have
Mhm,
a plan per se. I had my office that I was going to after working on the weekends. And
mhm,
when I literally got back to work, I had an incident occur with one of the employees. And I was like, you know what? I ain't gotta do this. I literally can leave. And then at the time my ex-husband, he was working, I was kind of like Rochelle off everybody hates Chris. My man got two jobs. I ain't gotta do this. so, so I ended up quitting that same day. And one of the managers asked me, one of the other managers, he was like, well, what are you gonna do for income? And I was like, you better Google me. And when he Googled me and saw that I was an author and I had all these other things, he was like, you've been doing this the whole time? Yeah, the bank was not my primary source of income. But don't be foolish. It worked out in my favor. That was just God's plan for me. But
Yes.
anybody that's wanting to leave their 9 to 5, seek God, make sure you're in alignment, make sure that you're able to sustain yourself and your family, anywhere from 3 to 6 months to a year. Be
Mhm,
strategic about it. Have a game plan. I tell people when you do it, I know a lot of people, they go into entrepreneurship and leave their full time jobs and they go back. Make sure when you step out that you have properly planned. You cannot plan for everything, but for me, it's like I don't have another choice. My plan B is my plan A. If plan A is
mhm.
not working, I have to go back, have to go back and reevaluate everything to see what I need to change to make sure A still works. So for people that are wanting to leave their 9 to 5, seek God first. I know we say we walk by faith and not by sight. But at the same time, God said, "Don't be no fool." So make sure
Right.
you can maintain what you're wanting to do. And entrepreneurship is not easy. A lot of people think,
Mhm.
"Oh, I can do it." Listen, there are days, especially during tax season, I have a full team, but I promise you, it is not 9 to 5. Sometimes it's
Mhm.
9 to 10 or 12, depending on the workload. So you have to be very disciplined with your time. You
Mhm.
have to be motivated. You cannot wait on people to pat you on your back. Without a congratulations, a hand clap, or anything, you still have to be self motivated to get it done. So I know that was a loaded answer.
Oh, no, no, no. I love that. And I love when you said that you have to have that 3 to 6 month saved up. We even teach
Mhm.
that in our financial thing when we bring people in for the financial coaching. Look, you have to have 3 to 6 months saved up because, just like when COVID came, a lot of people didn't know what to do. A lot of people did birth
Mhm.
business during COVID, but those that didn't have it saved up, they had to find another job or go,
Mhm.
had to work some things out. So you definitely want to take those notes and have that set up so that you can step out and do what you need to do, so that you
Yeah.
don't have to go back. Because once you walk out,
Listen, entrepreneurship will reveal the real you. Any
hmm
any hidden traumas or triggers that you have, entrepreneurship will bring knock on the door, like, hey, you forgot about me, but let me show you who you really are. So entrepreneurship, like I said, it's not easy, and a lot of people just think of it as, okay, I'm gonna make money fast. And in some cases, in some industries, you can. But at the same time, running a business is expensive. And if you don't have that money saved up, or you pulling from your 401k or whatever the case may be,
hmm
business isn't it is an investment, and you have to be ready to make those investments into it's self-development. It's not just, getting products and things like that. It's personal development that's included in those investments
Woo,
as
yes.
well.
Absolutely, absolutely. Look, that personal development is something
Mhm.
serious. I know when I got into entrepreneurship, and it's like, oh, this is a different type of mentorship here.
Mhm.
So we have one mentor, our Brandon guy, he be on us. So we
Listen, he is something. I love him, heart to him. He keep us on our toes, but he is no
yes.
joke. But I love the accountability, and it's great, being an entrepreneur and having a circle of people that hold you accountable and that's able to pour into you to help you get to the next level. And you have to have tough skin. Like, if you can't take criticism and correction, entrepreneurship is not for
It's
you.
not for you. Nope.
Mm-mm.
Nope. But what do you say some of the biggest challenges that you had and obstacles that you faced along your journey, to be successful? Because a lot of people, when they face these challenges, they think, oh, this is not for me. So what are some of the things you faced that still got you through to where you are today?
Some of my biggest challenges, and I'm talk about this more now. It's imposter syndrome.
Hmm.
Imposter syndrome was one of my biggest challenges. And then, when you make your first 5 figure day, your first, 4 or 5 figure days in a row, you get complacent. You're like, oh, this is easy. So for me, I had to build, although I have a great work ethic, it was being consistent. And a lot of time as an entrepreneur, you'll get
Hmm.
excited over those first 4 and 5 figure days and you'll kind of slack off. But consistency is key. And just creating that lifestyle, those patterns. And then with imposter syndrome, you get distracted. Imposter syndrome will have you feeling like you're not enough. You'll be comparing yourself to other business owners, people that's been probably in the business 7 to 10 years. There. What the challenge with me with imposter syndrome, I was watching and trying to keep up with what everybody else was doing, and then I was
Wow.
losing focus on myself and what I'm supposed to be doing, what God told me to do, because I'm like, well, God, they
Hmm.
doing it this way and it's working for them, and God like, well, no, I
Hmm.
told you to do it this way. So if you're not in alignment and you're not paying attention and listening to what God's saying, you'll be on a hamster wheel. And you'll be
Yeah.
wondering why you're not going or growing anywhere, and it's because you've lost focus of what God told you to do and how He told you to do it.
Oh wow, it's great that you caught that. Some people,
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes I run into stuff myself, and I'm like, "Oh Jesus," and it's all my fault because God didn't tell me to go that way anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So I
I
love how
learned
you
early
explain that.
on. I learned only on. I had a my first business coach. Follow her, watching what she was doing, and she was doing a t-shirt line, and I was like, oh, she's pushing me to a t-shirt. God didn't tell me to sell not now t-shirt for real. Like I had them, but that ain't what God told me to do. So following her, so even when you're like looking for mentorships and coaches, you need to make sure they are in alignment with your vision and what God has told you to do. Because again, following behind other people that will have you all the way off the mark, and then you'll be once
Yeah.
stuck trying to figure out why it's not working. So yeah, stay
Oh,
focused.
that's good. That's good. Definitely.
Hmm.
Yes, I love it. I love it. Yeah, you have to stay focused. I never thought about, when you look at mentors, is making sure they're in alignment as well. Because I think sometimes we look up to people
Hmm.
and we don't think nothing else. We just, okay, whatever they doing,
Yeah,
I need to do it to get successful. So I
yeah.
love the way you explain that. So let's talk about your journey as far as how did you get into everything that you're doing? Where did you start? With what project did you start working on first to where you at now?
So I had a business. I've had businesses prior to me moving to Georgia. I'm gonna say those were like me putting my feet in the water testing. So the first business I started was Flawed and Beautiful, which was my cosmetic line. And I started it out just, in look at you. Yes. I started it out as a platform and a brand to help empower women. Me being a brown skin girl, I used to always hear all the time, "Oh, you too dark for this color lipstick. Oh, you too dark for that."
Mhm.
And so I wanted, being rebellious, I, wanted to find, you know, something to help encourage and motivate, brown skin, darker tone women. And that's how Flawed and Beautiful came to birth.
Mm.
And it just totally took off into something else. After that, we kind of went into the nonprofit. And the nonprofit is Crime for Purpose, and we serve at risk women and youth, focusing on sexual assault survivors. So Flawed and Beautiful kind of tied into what we were doing with
Mhm.
the nonprofit. And from there, Keisha Smith Enterprises came, and from there, A-List Tax Solutions came. The Boss Friend came. So everything kind of just flowed into each other, and it even now, they still work together because there's a piece of my business in every one of my businesses
Mhm.
is tied into, and I love that about my businesses. But the key was I got in alignment with God and I did it the right way, so that's why it makes sense.
Yes, yes. And sometimes when you're traveling that road and you're testing the waters, as you say, sometimes we're testing the water, but it's still going to lead us to where we need to be. And that's where
Hmm.
some of the challenges come and some of the tests
Yeah.
come. Like, okay, this girl need to make a right. Let's test her right here, so we could just push her over to the right way,
Hmm.
make her make a
Yes.
detour and stuff like that. So that's awesome. Can you talk about some of the mentors in your life that has been like played a significant role in your journey of success?
Whew, so I have a few mentors. I
Okay.
again I believe in self
Me.
development. I believe in investing. One of my biggest, oh gosh, it's so many. It's like, let me think about which one I want to
I
which one
know you
I
don't
want
want
to
to
say.
leave nobody out. Like,
I don't want to leave no one out. So I will start with Jarvis. Jarvis from Brand New Consulting Group. Jarvis has been a great mentor, expert, branding coach. The first time me and Jarvis actually did a photo shoot, I was extremely camera shy. I hated being in front of the camera. But Jarvis has this way of making you forget that the camera is in the room and making you so comfortable. But he's the only person I actually allow to shoot me. Like I've had other photographers ask, and I'm like, nope, I got one guy. That's the only person I need. But he was very
Mhm.
vital to my growth as an entrepreneur because being able to see my brand grow and transition, and Jarvis was able to help me get through each transition. My therapist, whew, I consider her
Yes.
my business coach, mentor, because therapy is definitely
Yes.
necessary if you're a business owner.
Absolutely.
My business, one of my business coaches, and we still work together, actually helped transition and push me into opening my tax business. Working with her, I worked for her for several years, although I had been doing taxes for probably since like 2007 or 8, somewhere in there. She was like, she pushed me. She was like, you can do this. You got this. And I've been, standing on my own ever since, she was like, do it. Um, I've had some great mentors. I worked with Malika Holloway. She is amazing. She helped me in the PR area and helped me birth the Boss Print Academy, my self-paced
Oh wow.
courses. And then I have my clarity coach and my business partner, Amanda Gilchrist. She is amazing, honey. She keeps me together every day. So I've had a lot. And these are people that I still work with and I've been working with for years. So it's not like I switched up. But I do
Right.
believe, even if you have multiple businesses, like I said, when you're working with a coach, you need to make sure that that person is in alignment with your vision and that specific business. Because I can't have a bakery and my coach is a hairstylist. That's not gonna work.
That
So
makes
you need to make sure that you have somebody, that's in that industry or that's very knowledgeable of what you're trying to do and where you're going.
I
But I have
love
a
that
lot of
advice.
people I work with.
Yeah, I love that advice because if you decide to, if for those out there that want to do something different, do multiple things, you got to have another coach for it. The same coach that
Mhm.
help you here can't help you, may not be able to help you over here. Some coaches that help just with the mindset, they can help you with the mindset. If they don't understand where your mind is going and what mind you're trying to put into the business, you definitely need. It's not saying leave them alone and don't mess with them, but you just need additional coaches
Right.
per se.
Additional, yes. Absolutely. You need a branding coach, you need a strategy coach, you need a mindset coach. Um, yeah, it's an
Yeah.
investment.
Yes. Well,
And a
how do
financial
you
coach.
exactly? So, how do you stay motivated and focused during your time when it's like when you have like a setback? Like, let's say you have a setback, something's going on, something you're uncertain about. How do you stay motivated through that?
Um, my motivation comes from various places. I stay motivated because, for one, I don't want to go back to a 9 to 5. That's the biggest motivation. It's like, okay,
I
you
can
got to figure
tell.
this out because we're not doing the 9 to 5. That's not it for us.
Right.
But also, I always stay grounded and motivated because I'm like, okay, God, you have me here. You have me here for a reason, especially when challenges come up, or being a visionary or a creator, you have a million and one ideas and you're like, okay, well, God, what
Mhm.
do I do? How do I execute? So for me, staying grounded in his word is number one. Then number two, not want to go back to a 9 to 5. But
Absolutely.
my kids keep me motivated because they're always watching me, and I want to show them that if mommy can do it, you can too. And creating opportunities, being able to move how I want to keeps me motivated. I do a lot of meditation. I do a lot of prayer. I do a lot of reading. And sometimes I just get in my kitchen and cook,
Mm.
and that keeps me motivated and gives me clarity to get in the space to do what I need
Ah.
to do.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That is really good. Look, I need to come over there when you're in that mood. Let me, Keisha, how you feeling today? Are you in the kitchen? I know when I talked to you today, you were saying you was cooking. I was like, what's she cooking over
Mm.
there? So that's
Honey,
that's
I
some good
love to
motivation. I'm
cook.
sure the kids can appreciate,
Mhm.
and the husband can appreciate
Yes, I
it.
love to cook. In my
That is
previous life, I
awesome.
probably
That's so
had in in my previous life, I probably had a restaurant because I love to cook.
do you like going out eating and tasting different foods? Like when you go out and eat, do you kind of like taste it and go home and try to create another dish out of it and try to make it your own?
Absolutely, I do, and I live on TikTok. I'm always on TikTok,
Yes.
looking for recipes, different things to try. My camera roll is full of food recipes for real.
Oh wow. That look, how do you so that comes to my next, how do you balance all of this stuff? How's your balance when it comes to you doing business, have a family, have a husband? Look, because I know how that is. But you have multiple business and you have a family at home. How do you balance it all?
Time blocking, planning, and scheduling is my secret weapon. Um, even with my different businesses, I own them, but I don't operate them all on my own. So I do have teams that I work with. So that helps as well. And being able to delegate. Although we can do many things, sometimes it's best to just outsource something, delegate. Don't try to do it all by your don't try to do it all by yourself. But time blocking works for me. I plan out my days. I know, from
Mhm.
8 to maybe 9 o'clock, it's just admin. I'm catching up on emails and, doing those things. And then I, keep in contact with my team to see which each person is working on, where we are in different projects and things like that. But time blocking is a lifesaver, honestly. I live
Mhm.
by my
Mhm.
calendar and my planner for real. And
Yes,
then
it's a must.
I set boundaries with my clients. My phone stays on do not disturb. My personal and my business phone both stay on do not disturb. So after a certain time, you're not gonna get me till the next business day.
I know, because
So
remember that time I text you, I said, "Oh, I gotta." Oh, okay. She said, "Okay, her business hours are from here to here," and I even love
I
it,
love
even
you
on
though.
your. I know. I said, "Hey,
I
she got to
love
spend
you
time with
though.
the kids." I call her tomorrow. I call her tomorrow. But even on your IG, it sends a message. I love that it sends a
Hmm.
message like you don't have to answer right now, but hey, we got your message that
Hmm.
hey, we'll hit you up later, basically. So I
Absolutely.
love that.
Automations. If you do not have automations and systems in place, let me know. Automations and systems save so much time. And people, again, trying to do everything. There's an easier and a smarter way to run your business that does not consist of you having to be hands on every moment, every hour
Mhm.
of the day. Those little, automated reminders and auto responders save time. If you have, like, you're launching a product or something like that, create your email system. Sequence and different things like that. There's so many tools and resources to help you operate your business seamless and does not impact your customer service. You don't have them, let me know. I got
Yes, she definitely do. She has them. Look, when I first started my life coaching, and look, we both Jarvis is both our coach when it comes to branding. And I said, Keisha, I need help with this website. I had no idea. And she was like, I sent her my little thing. She was like, okay, Yolanda, I'm not hurting your feelings, but we're gonna have to change this. So she did a lot of little stuff. I was like, can you just do it? I'll just send me my invoice because I didn't know what I was doing. But she put all these little new things on there where it was automatic system. It was, the subscriber, everything was on there. Like I
you.
love it. So when it comes to that, do you help like business owners out like that have employers? I don't want to say employer, other business partners and things like that when it comes to showing them how to, because I know you do the customer service, you teach the customer service. Do you teach like all these other techniques that comes along with it when it comes to running a
Mm-hmm.
business?
Yes, absolutely. And all of it actually just it flows together because, again, customer service is my thing. But if you don't have certain systems in place, it impacts your customer service, which is not
Hmm.
good, for your customers. So yes, if getting that operational flow, a sound operational flow, getting those systems together, I can do it for you. That is an option, or I can show you, how to do
Hmm.
it. So either way, but yes, that is something we do. I personally prefer to do it myself. Not saying my clients be in my way, but I'm like, tell me what you want and just let me get
Hmm.
it done. Get it done. But
Oh,
I
I will.
enjoy
I
working.
will.
I enjoy systems and automations and things like that, just making life easier. So yes.
That's good. That's good. So, is there a particular message of inspiration that you would like to share with the listeners who's currently on their journey of success?
My advice would be, if you are unsure what you're supposed to be doing or how to do it, I always go back and tell people to see God first because you want to make sure that what you're doing is in alignment with what His will is for your life. Stay focused. The same passion that you had initially, keep that same passion, keep that fire burning for your success. Be consistent with it. Tunnel vision, stay focused, And then, most importantly, tune out other voices. You will never get where you're trying to go and listen to everybody else. Tune out the voices and eliminate distractions. It'll get you there a whole lot faster, eliminating distractions and tuning out voices.
Awesome, awesome. I love that. Sometimes you have to, because it be, oh, be so many people in my ear. I'm like, y'all look, So I definitely love that, because that will definitely get you confused. It will get you, it will make you frustrated to
Mm-hmm.
the point where you feel
Mm-hmm.
like what you thought you wanted to do is no longer what you
Mm-hmm.
want to do. And then
Yeah.
it just becomes a distraction. So I definitely love that. So what future goals do you have, and how do you plan on continuing on this journey? Like, do you have any more planning, things you want to, you know, do, and or is there more that you want to add on to your business, or tell us more about what's coming, what's next for Miss K Cole?
That's a loaded question, but I do have I have pivoted my business and brought some more clarity and streamline a lot of things. So the next thing I have coming up is a masterclass, and it's actually a free masterclass, and it's called Unleash Your Inner Boss. And in that masterclass, we talk about clarifying your purpose. We talk about becoming clear on your purpose. Also, we talk about imposter syndrome. We talk about creating a boss mindset. Oh, it's like so many different things. We talk about recognizing yourself as the brand, because a lot of people do not realize that they're the brand. So, in that particular masterclass, it's a 1 day masterclass. Again, it's free. That's the next project that's coming up. And then we have a sticker ball coming up for the nonprofit in
Yay.
October. So I'm looking forward to that. And then for the tax business, I guess you guys get to hear first, but we're actually will be helping. We will be providing tax software this year. So I'll do a lot of teaching and training for new and upcoming tax preparers, and being able to provide them software. So there's a
Oh,
couple of
wow.
things that are coming up that I'm really excited about. But you guys got to hear first, because I haven't told anybody.
Yeah. So for those of you that's on the journey of success to be a hey, here's your first
Let me know.
little golden ticket. So let's go get it. I love that. That
Yeah.
is awesome. That is awesome, the way you give back to the community, the way you love helping, everyone else kind of, get to know how to do things and things like that. A lot of people don't really, a lot of people do it for money. You can tell with the desire that you have is definitely not, I mean, we all want to make money. We all got have to, but you
Mm-hmm.
definitely do stuff from your heart to let people know that you do care. So I love that. So, can we talk
Yeah.
about, your journey as how you grew up, and what from the time you was a little girl to now, like some things that could have stopped you on your journey, but you got
Ooh,
through it. If you want to
that
talk
list
about
is
it,
that's
because
I'm an
there
open
be
book.
some people. Because I know a lot of times, a lot of adults, when they deal with things as a child, it's carry on to adulthood. But if you
Mhm.
want to share like some things you went through as a young adult, to still going through it and still making it to where you are now.
I'll name a few things. Just like creating a little list for you guys. But for one, from the ages of 8 to 18, I was sexually abused, and molestation and rape from family members, school bus driver, and a classmate. I did not let that stop me. I was bullied growing up. I came from a broken home. I've divorced within the past 5 years. I've been divorced and remarried. I've been diagnosed with cervical cancer twice and beat it. So I've lost my daughter. I buried my daughter in 2012. Her birthday actually was yesterday.
Oh,
My little guardian angel. I lost my mom. Like, and some of these things were like back to back to back, like from 2012 up until this past year. So I've overcame a lot of
mm,
things that have caused me or wanted me to quit, but nothing in me says quit. And to me, sometimes those things, they'll hold you down for a minute, but I'll just say it's the God in me that just keeps me going and keep me motivated. And it's like I have a greater purpose. And when I know I'm going through different challenges and stages, I'm like, okay, God, you up to something. You got to be something great on the other side of this. So I just try to stay positive.
mhm.
I stay in my word, stay prayed up, and I just keep going. I don't let nothing stop me.
I love that. I love that because so many times we could go through things and those things can just stop us from getting to our purpose. But sometimes those things are, and I'm not saying things should happen, but sometimes it makes us stronger. It makes us,
Mhm.
it helps us with our growth when we go through those challenges. So you've been through a lot. So
Mhm.
look at all of that you've been through, but look at you now. I
Girl,
love it.
God
I
is
love the
good.
way you just came through.
God is
Yes,
good,
he
honey. God is good because
is. Yes, he
listen,
is.
starting out, it was rough. I tell people, I remember when my daughter passed away. I'm like, God, you took the desire of my heart, and we went from, losing her, being homeless, losing cars, like all type of stuff. And I'm just like, when I think about it, I'm like, God, one thing I might have lost, a lot of things around me, but I never lost my faith. I never lost my motivation,
Mm.
and I didn't lose my mind. So to God be the glory because I'm still here.
I love it. I love it. That is inspiration. I hope that helps someone out there. Even me, like, when you look at someone else and all the things they've been through and like you and where you are now, we have nothing to complain about. We have nothing
Yeah.
to complain about. It's like, why am I sitting here moping? Get up, just do it.
Okay.
Wow, that's awesome. Can you share a particular proud moment that you had or achievement in your life that still stands with you today?
I have a few, but one of my moments that definitely keeps me inspired and motivated is my daughter Nicole. One day she
Mhm.
does this a lot, but we are so our kids they watch, they pay attention. And so one day I was in the office and she know I do taxes and she was like, Mommy, can you teach me how to do taxes? And I'm like, teach you how to do taxes. And she was like, well, yeah, I want to be just like you. And I'm like, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. But she keeps me motivated. She keeps me inspired because she will literally sit in my office with my iPad or a pen and a piece of paper, and she'll be writing notes like, "My mommy does taxes," or "I love mommy." "Mommy, I'm gonna make you an ad." And it's little things like that. And
Oh,
my greatest accomplishment is knowing that I'm doing something right in my life that my children are proud of. And
oh,
that
wow.
just makes my heart smile. I'm like, okay, I could be out here doing a whole lot of other things, and they could be, doing a whole lot of other things. But the fact
Yes.
that they are proud of me and they're like, that's my mommy,
Yeah.
that's it for me. I don't need nothing else. My kids are proud.
Oh, wow. I love it. And she's such a cutie. She's such a
Sassy, sassy,
cutie.
sassy.
Where did she get that from?
I wonder, man, I'm gonna say she get it from her brothers, but
Oh,
I'm,
brother,
I'm
right?
gonna be telling the truth. She's a sweetheart, but my kids give me it's I received plenty of awards, recognition, but none of them it matters. But my greatest reward is when my kids honestly are proud of they're proud of who I am and what I do. That makes my heart smile every day. Not to take away from no awards and things like that, but if I'm not winning at home, it doesn't
Right.
matter. So,
That's the first place they have to begin at
hmm
home. Wow. How
hmm
old are your kids?
whew, now you want me to tell my age. So my oldest, he is 21. He'll be 22 in October. He's actually a junior at Morehouse, and I am super duper proud of him. My next son is 16. He'll be 17 Sunday. And then Parker is 9. And everybody know Miss Nicole, but she is
Uh-huh.
7. So
Okay.
21, 16, 9, and 7.
Awesome. Awesome. Can we talk a little bit more about your nonprofit? And you also help individuals when it comes to if they want to start a nonprofit. You do have like an organization of helping them when it comes to if they want to travel down that journey, correct?
Yes, that is correct. So my nonprofit, we actually last year we added a boys mentorship program, and it's called I Am King. And we have two other programs, Crown Her and I Am Royalty. So with the youth, we do a lot. We do our annual sneaker ball. We do a back to school drive. We feed the homeless. We teach them entrepreneurship, conflict resolution. We just added for this year, I'll actually be teaching them bookkeeping and tax preparation. We have a barber apprenticeship that we are offering them. So it's really college. We get it. College isn't for everybody, and a lot of our kids that are coming from broken homes or with life circumstances, they feel like they have no other options, and there's nothing there for them to really truly reach their full potential or be successful. So we just try
Mhm.
to show them other opportunities and other ways that they can still reach success. So I say all of my businesses are my babies, but the nonprofit is like my baby for real. I love working with the youth and teaching them just how to be successful in life. As far as me helping other businesses, that is a service that I provide through Keisha Smith Enterprises. I do the 501c3. I help with bylaws. I help with all of your articles, getting everything set up. So that is a service that we do offer. I don't advertise it as much. And the reason being is because a lot of people think when they see nonprofit, they're just thinking about getting funding and grants. But being having a nonprofit, you have to have a service heart because you are serving, for a greater
Mhm.
cause. And I don't like to get entangled with businesses that's only seeking the monetary side of
Mhm.
nonprofit because it's a lot of work that goes into it.
Yes,
So I don't advertise it, but it is a service that I do offer.
I love it. I love it. So now we're gonna go to everyone out here that has a question for you. Can you take some questions?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So if anyone wants to ask a question to Miss K Cole, you can put it in the chat and we will try to get an answer for you. But until then, we'll just keep talking until if they decide they want to ask anything. Can you see the comments, Keisha?
I cannot. Well, I cannot. Is it in? I'm only looking on StreamYard, so I haven't even pulled up.
Okay, there we go. It was my fault. I don't think I put them up.
Oh no, you're fine.
Someone says the strength of a woman. Yes, ma'am.
Oh yes. Ooh.
Okay. Hold on, let me see. I don't guess they have any questions. I'm just trying to make sure I'm not missing it.
Okay.
Okay. Look, y'all know I'm new at this, so y'all bear with me. Bear with your host over
You
here.
you're doing a great
I gotta
job.
navigate my way through screen, y'all. But is there any motivational? I know you gave them a little, but is there any other motivation that you want to leave with the audience before we jet out?
Um, I would say you start your day, you set your tone by how you start your day, if that makes sense. So create, and I guess it's motivation to a certain extent because I start my day off in prayer, and that kind of
Mhm.
sets the tone for my day. So setting your tone for your day is very impactful. Affirmation: speak life into yourself, speak life into your business. Words have power.
Mhm.
And if you are saying I'm broke, I'm struggling, my business is not successful, take all of that out of your vocabulary. You hear it all the time, ain't and can't. No, we're not doing that.
Mhm.
Change your verbiage, change the words that you're speaking over yourself and your business as well.
I love that. I love that. That is beautiful. Yes, affirmations, prayer.
Hmm.
Look, you have to
All
before
of
you even
that.
step out the bed. Look, when you wake up, you know you about to get up. Just start it. Just go ahead and
Yep.
start it because as soon
Just
as
go.
your feet hit the ground, the devil is on your back. He's ready.
He
So you
is.
make sure you are ready for them. So thank you, Miss K Cole, for joining
You
us
are
on tonight.
welcome.
And y'all, we have our this is our second success story. Was great. We
Yay.
love Miss K Cole, and thank you for joining with us, and thank you all for coming in with us as well. So y'all have a good night. Love y'all. Wait, hold on. Wait. I think I see some questions. Hold on.
Okay.
Wait, I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on. Let me get them answered. Okay, being a tax strategist and all of the services that you provide, which one would you say is your baby that you are passionate about?
Ooh, that's a loaded question. That's just like having a lot of kids and saying one is your favorite. So,
Which child is the favorite?
oh my gosh, it's like asking which one is the favorite. Whew, gosh, I can't answer that question. I honestly, I'll say it like this: I love serving people. I love helping people, changing the lives of people. Um, and all of my businesses, that's what I do. So I'm gonna just say, as long as I'm serving and I'm serving people, that's what I'm most passionate about.
I love it. I love it. So, what are some sacrifices you had to make in order to be successful as an entrepreneur? From Leslie.
Hey, Leslie. Leslie, listen, I have sacrificed a lot. I have sacrificed um, financially. I have sacrificed my time. I've taken a lot of losses to be successful, and I still take losses. But I view my losses different now. I look at them more rather than a loss as a lesson. Um, my list of sacrifices is so long. Um, oh, that's a loaded question. I'm always like, man, I've sacrificed a lot. I've lost a lot, but in even in sacrifices, when you understand why you're sacrificing and the greater good of what you're sacrificing, it doesn't even matter at the end because you're fulfilling a greater need, a greater purpose. I've lost houses, cars, businesses. I've lost family. I've lost friends. And that sounds cliche, but listen, Leslie, I can write a book on all of that. I've taken a lot of losses. I've lost monetary in investments. I've sold thousands and thousands of dollars into different programs that were fluff, but I didn't know at the time. And of course, being a entrepreneur when you're sacrificing, especially financially in times like that, you're taken away from your family. And your family suffers sometimes because of those investments and things like that. So I've definitely made a lot of sacrifices. Um, some of them, if I could turn back the hands of time, I would definitely be smarter. But some of them I wouldn't change because some of those sacrifices helped me get to where I am. And it actually gave me more, it developed my character more. It helped me develop those strong, healthy boundaries that I needed when it comes to family and people. You have to recognize when people are only there to receive and you're pouring and pouring and pouring. So there's a lot of sacrifices that
Ooh,
I've
that was
made
a good one, girl.
to be successful.
That was a big one there. Yeah. That
Hmm.
pouring into people and that, yeah. Wow. That was good.
Hmm. Yeah.
That was a good question, Leslie, and definitely a the right answer. The right honest answer.
Well, thank you, Leslie, and also thank you, Quincy, as well for your question.
Awesome. All right. So you all have a good night. And again, thank you, Nicole. And we will see y'all next week with the journey of success.